Hello, hello. It's Duchene here. We're looking at the week illumination for the week of April 28th through May 5th. So we're ending one month, starting another. April has been and is a 16-7 month, so a lot of intuitive hits, insight, recognition of old behaviors, shifting of our minds, and we're moving into a 17-8 month. So this is about what kind of legacy are we leaving? Where are we putting our attention that we want to grow and expand in our businesses, in our personal lives, in our the way we live on this earth? All of these things are asking us to not only pay attention to, but apply ourselves in new ways because we're creating something new. So very exciting. Remembering we're in a 12 universal year, so 1 plus 2 plus equals 3, so 1, 2, 3, step by step by step. And the 8 energy is, again, this step by step, being the leader of your life, taking leadership where it's imperative for you in your own way, so that you can kind of see the bigger view and apply yourself to doing things. So I've already prepared the cards, asking what we need to know for this week. Before we get started, I'll just mention that the cards I'm using are the Illuminating Journey Cards. I created them with the help of the Akashic Records. You can find out more about them at jenduchene.com/illuminating journey cards. I am also going to be teaching an online workshop on July 6th for 6 weeks, and you'll hear more about that. So if you're interested, you will need, the price will include the cards. If you already have the cards, well, then we'll deduct what you paid for it. And we're going to learn about how to delve into soul portals, how to kind of bump up your ability to read your own intuition, read the signs around you, and begin to pay a deeper attention as we're moving into this time when so much is different. We have to rely on who we are and the ability we have to move forward. Anyway, I'm excited about it, and I'll be excited if you join me. So let's get started with the first card. And here we go, Soul Portal 31. Now, interesting that this Soul Portal is showing up again. It's been showing up again and again. Usually what happens is we're in a certain period and we have information that we need to absorb. So sometimes the same cards, same messages will come in different ways. So it's really important to understand that about how you read intuition, how you reflect on the idea that things repeat themselves, because we don't always get things at once. These cards are created in layers, so there are many layers to them. And so it's a way for us to dive deeper into this idea of being present with the magic that we are part of, right? This universe we're in, it's amazing. All of the rich material in this place of deep spiritual connection. So when I see this card, I always think of this woman as kind of like a healer, someone who's connecting with nature, who is connecting with the magical beasts. This is the dragon lair. So these are where the dragons hang out in their treasure trove. And so what is that? The treasure that we seek is within us, because we often have questions about, why am I here? Why am I doing this? And this card is saying, just take a moment to rest, to be still with yourself this week, and contemplate the jewelry, the treasure that you already have that maybe you've overlooked, you've ignored, you have missed, and kind of come back to that place. What is it that is treasure for me? What is holy for me? What is my basic thing that I value? These beautiful pearls. There's a lot of pearls here and different objects. And so there's this energy of not only intention and very grounded, very earthy, very sacred, but also longevity, which is kind of the May energy. These long, big baobab trees. There are some elephants here. You can't see them, but in the background, it's this idea of repatterning your conscious mind so that you can actually see your world in a different place, right? All those stories you've accumulated and you've played out are now asking you to kind of just, let them be transformed, let them be transmuted, let the pain change, and you begin to see things with the eyes of someone who isn't wounded, who can go, this is my treasure and this is what has meaning to me. I'm taking my attention away from my wounding, from my assumptions of how I've been treated, and I'm kind of setting my focus on what I'm expecting to happen, but I'm changing my expectation. So that's the first card. So interesting, here we have an 8. So 31 here, right, which is a 4, 3 and the 1. And I already talked about the year being a 12, which makes 3, 1 plus 2 is 3. 31, this is a 4, very grounding, earthy number. It's also a number of genius, because when we take our innovation and we bring it into this, when we see it in the treasure we have, we begin to shift. 8 is connected to 4. 4 and 8, they are material numbers. They're numbers that help us materialize the things we think about or the things we desire, and how clear we are. Are we clear or are we confused? Are we giving our power to someone else? So the 8 is a power number. The 4 is about attending to details, and the 8 is kind of looking at the bigger picture, taking leadership. And it's 2 zeros, so very powerful. It's like a keyhole, could be the top of a key. This idea of taking 2 circles, the power of everything and the power of nothing, the power of heaven and earth, bringing it together to create something new, creating these new pathways. So I talked about changing our kind of perception, and so the 8 is actually helping us to change our new pathways by helping us move through obstacles differently. Now what we may have thought was closed is now opening. What we thought was impossible is now possible, because we understand that it's not the thing we choose to do, it's how we choose to do it, right? Our approach to what is a challenge, right? I mean, there are challenges. Life is made of challenges. We can find excitement and joy and feel like I will do this thing because I want to get to that next place. Or we can sit around and go, I'm not going to do it because it's too hard. So, you choose the option. Which of these zeros, are you entering? The side that says nothing is possible, or the one that says everything is possible? Because they're both true. We live in a world of polarity, the light and the dark, the yes and the no. So it's all there, and it's just, what are we choosing? Like, which portal are we going through? And with the Akashic Records, it's a judgment-free zone in the sense of human. Like, judgment is not how humans tend to think. If somebody thinks badly of me and I'm doing something wrong, it's more about balancing what is, right? When we take the 8, there's this idea of we balance 2 zeros, and where are we putting the weight? Where are we putting the attention? It's like that story about, I don't know what it is exactly, but when the father tells the son about the story about the 2 tigers or the 2 wolves or something, and the son or grandson goes, which one is the one that survives or thrives? And he goes, the one you feed. And so it's the same thing here, right? Which 0 are you feeding? And it's funny when we say 0, because we can say it's nothing or it's everything. It's light, it's dark, it's potential, or it's stagnation. The third card is the 20, and so interesting, right? The 20, so the 2, the 4, and the 8 are all manifesting numbers. So we have all 3 manifesting numbers in the root numbers from 1 to 9. So I find that really fascinating, that these cards are telling us this is a time for action. It's a time for paying attention to our intuition. It's a time for paying attention to our plan. What is our plan of action? What what details are we going to take care of? Who are we going to connect with? How are we going to start to build this new way of being, our new way of thinking, our new way of acting? We need to put things in place so we know we're going in the right direction. So for me, I'm somebody that tends to not be very organized in the sense of my paperwork, right? I'm organized in my head and I know what I have to do, but in the physical plane, I don't always follow that system or a system of getting from one to the other. So it's telling me, be more focused on what does that system look like so you can repeat it and go faster and, climb the mountain at a faster rate with greater joy. So however that impacts you, whatever it is you're doing that needs a new system, a new ladder, like, the old staircase, the old ladder is crumbling. So now you need to put something new in place, and you need to know what are the, where are the treads that I need to stand on? Is this a ladder I'm going to be using over and over again? If the answer is yes, then I want it to be sturdy enough that I don't have to rebuild the ladder every time I'm going on this journey. So that's really, with this manifestation, this idea of seeing the bigger picture, allowing yourself to begin to make the connections, start building the ladder so that you can actually get a system going so you can actually change what you're creating. You begin to create with intention so you can receive or achieve success, because even though obstacles will come up, and there may be resistance, you just follow the path. It's like when you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth. It doesn't matter if you're tired, if you don't remember anything, you don't feel like doing anything, you brush your teeth because that's your system. I mean, if that's your system, that's my system. So it's the same thing. How do you build a new system? You start by recognizing what's the overall picture, what do I want to achieve, and then you come back to the smaller details. Who do I need to connect with? What do I need to do? How do I make a system out of this? How do I organize myself so I can actually get these things done and I can actually know that I've done it? So then I can then go to the next level, look out and go, wow, this is great. Now I have to climb to the next level. What do I do? Go back to 2, go back to 4, go back to 8. And you make that circular energy. And this card here, which I haven't talked about yet, is fascinating about this because I feel like this card is saying it's a highly intuitive card to me. It's about being in a place that's impossible, with water at every level, snow, dolphin, the kind of water, warm water where a dolphin would swim. There's all that air energy. There's even an angel in here kind of bringing that. And so the person or the being that's standing here, that could be you, whoever you think it is kind of contemplating this amazing place that's so incredible and so impossible, with steam rising, snow, warm water, all of this magical energy that's kind of exposed, and going, wow, this is incredible. This is an amazing panorama. Everything is here. What do I want to focus on? And this kind of energy of the dolphin kind of flying up in the air, full of joy, bringing this crown, this recognition that you've reached some place in your life where you can begin to recognize all of who you are up till now. And so instead of kind of putting yourself down, you begin to go, oh, I've actually achieved things and I'm actually enough. I am who I am, and I'm ready to approach my life and the things I desire from that perspective of knowing who I am. So it's pretty incredible, thinking about being someone who has come to a place in your life where you're ready to risk something different because you must express yourself in a new way. You have to let go of ideas and practices that have made you feel small or not enough or lacking in some way, and going, right, starting over, this is what I have, right? We think about the first one. Here's my treasures, here's my jewels, the things, let me do an accounting of all the things I have, my genius, my sacred treasure, myself, that powerful place, and then go to that place of, what is it that where do I want to focus? What energy what zero or whole do I want to go into? Where do I want to journey with this thing? And then being able to go here to this kind of go, wow, everything is here. I'm recognizing who I am, and I'm willing to do these difficult things, to kind of see the bigger view, and be enchanted in a way, playful with what's out there, with this opportunity, and know that I'm in this place because, I'm me, I'm wonderful, I'm amazing, and I am connecting with amazing things in the world. So, raising your vibration to meet the wonder of being in a whole new way. And so, very exciting. That's what's coming up. I don't know how this resonates for you, but I hope it does. Leave me a message. Let me know. Tell me if you saw something I didn't mention. And I look forward to seeing you next week. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share. I appreciate you being there on the other side of the screen.